Hey folks, Reviewing McReviewface coming back at you. And yes, it is the holiday season, and once again, yes, it is time for some eggnog tasting. Let's get noggy with it. Get noggy with it? Alright folks, so you probably saw last year's playlist where I tried mixing eggnog with absolutely everything I could find. Everything in my liquor cabinet, everything that the local bar could throw at me. Rum chata, Jack Pine gin, Anknook, leftover sangria, the old fashioned, Terramana tequila, plum brandy, the dill pickle vodka, Kirschwasser, the espresso vodka, Peri Peri vodka, Tennessee Fire, Jameson's cold brew, Moscow Mule Kick True North eggnog, Beefeater gin, Mezcal, Weiser's Manhattan whiskey cocktail, Maker's Mark, Maracuja habanero liqueur, Jägermeister, peated bourbon, salted caramel crown royal, Old Smoky original mountain moonshine, bitters, the St. Remy French brandy, Tennessee honey, Chambord, black sage port, Guinness, coconut rum, Sambuca, white wine, Fireball. Yeah. You know, found some really nice mixes, found some really horrible ones. This year we're going to keep it a little more simple. I am not doing days upon days upon days of consuming eggnog because that just led to all of my pants not fitting all that well. So this year, no, instead I decided to focus more on the eggnog as opposed to the boozes that go in it. So all of these eggnogs, with one exception, and we'll get there, will just be with a Bacardi spiced rum, a nice traditional mix for eggnog, and a little bit of grated nutmeg over the top as well. So what we have before me here is 4 different variations on eggnog. We have our traditional 2% regular eggnog. We have the 6% extra creamy eggnog. We have the local favorite, the Ship and Anchor, the homemade eggnog, just referred to it by everyone I know as Shipnog. As you can see, I already tasted that one a bit. And then we have a little homemade eggnog. That's right. So if you're looking for a recipe for homemade eggnog, I'll leave that in the description down below. How do you make eggnog? Like this. All right, so we have our homemade eggnog all ready to go. So I'm just going to pour a little bit out of each of these, and we'll just kind of see how they look as we pour. Starting with the premium Beatrice 2% eggnog. Beatrice being a good local Canadian dairy company. As you can see here, we've got a nice yellow color, fairly thin, about the same consistency as you would expect, maybe a bit thicker than your regular 2% milk. So there is our 2% eggnog. Then, give this a little shake because it's sat in the fridge a little bit. The Shipnog. Now this is milk, cream, liquid, whole egg, white sugar, vanilla extract, spices, alcohol, including Bacardi spiced rum, Canadian Club whiskey, Maker's Mark bourbon, coffee liqueur, brandy, creme de cow, and Irish cream. Best before Christmas Eve. And really, honestly, best anytime. This is a lovely, delicious eggnog. Now you notice it is a little bit lighter in color. I would say, given the light, this is more of that creamy, eggy yellow. This is more of an off-white. Next, we'll go with the homemade eggnog. Now this is a lot of work for a single serving of eggnog, but you know, the things I do for this channel. So let's pour out. So that's gonna, I'd say, have a similar consistency to the 2%. It's a little bit thicker than the Shipnog. The Shipnog, I think, is the thinnest. It's still definitely not as yellow as that premium eggnog, but now we're getting into flavor country here. This is 6%, So, regular milk, 2%, maybe you drink 1%, maybe you drink skim. This is 6% liquid fats in it. Again, that lovely Beatrice. Now that, again, not as yellow, but definitely the thickest pour of the four. So I'm going to go down the line by, let's just go this way. We're going to start off with our premium 2% eggnog. Of course, what was I thinking? I almost just drank these plain when two of them already have booze in them. So let's make sure we get a nice healthy pour of our rum into there in a nice grating of our nutmeg. There we go. And of course, the traditional Reviewy McReview face stirring device. Cheers. And that's just a nice regular eggnog. The spiced rum gives a nice little kick to it, but nothing too heavy. It's nice. It's thick-ish, creamy-ish, not too crazy, but very delicious. Next, we go to the Shipnog. Now again, this already has all the booze in it that you need, so definitely don't need to mix in any of the black heart here. Cheers. Now this, definitely more booze forward, creamy, but you're getting a lot of different flavors. So you're getting some of that bourbon, you're getting some of that coffee liqueur, some of that brandy. Really complex. I'd say that's the eggnog for grown-ups right there. That is fancy. Next, we'll go to the homemade eggnog, and as you saw in the directions, this already has the rum inside of it. So let's see homemade eggnog, how it stands up. Cheers. Well, that's the frothiest. It's the frothiest, yet also the lightest. That's really delightful. Really nice. Very different. Not nearly as creamy as this. If you're going to make this, this is, I think, is going to be really nice to make fresh. I think if you want it a little bit thicker and creamier, I used 1% milk. Now, if you want a little bit thicker, you might want to go with a thicker milk, a 2% or even a 3% milk for the half that goes in there, just to thicken it up and give it a little bit more body. But it is really nice. I'd say that one is the easiest drinking of them so far. And then from easy drinking to a nice good chew, we go to the 6% extra creamy eggnog. Again, almost took a sip without the booze in it. Can't do that. A little bit more, make it fair. There we go. And a nice little grating of the eggnog. Or the nutmeg. Nutmeg eggnog. There we go. Fancy start. There's the 6%. Cheers. And that is definitely the thickest. No question about it. That is a thick and creamy eggnog. If you're going to have one glass of eggnog, I think that's where you're going to go. So, I'm not going to rate these best to worst because I think they all have their place in your holiday rotation. If you just need a little bit of eggnog for a party, you know what? The 2% is going to be your good everyday driver of an eggnog. If you're looking for an elevated experience and also to support a good local organization, your Shipnog is great. $10 from every bottle is donated to local charities. Great way to support local charities and still have a lovely, fancy version of an eggnog. If you want to show off your culinary chops, and you want something that's very drinkable, a little bit lighter, I would say definitely the eggnog recipe listed down below is going to hit the mark 9 times out of 9. Really nice, quite enjoy that. And if you just want a single glass of eggnog, you say to yourself, I have 1 glass of eggnog every year. This is it. Go with the 6%. You feel like you're drinking straight cream. It's delicious. Oh, and almost chewy. So yeah, there you have it. Eggnogs, 4 ways for you for the holiday season. But hey, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I am just enjoying all of these eggnogs. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more ridiculous videos like this. I'm Reviewing McReviewface. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next review.